Well, hello YouTube, TikTok, how's life going? I had a pretty rough week with PMDD, and I am about ready to show you my depression mess kitchen that, I haven't really done much for the last week, so here's the footage. As you can see, there's all kinds of crap on the table, and I did receive a Target delivery yesterday, but I just have not gotten around to cleaning that up and putting it away. Also, sprinkles that my lovely daughter left in the sink, and Instant Pot from hard-boiled eggs. Haven't really cleaned. Oh, also, I've been listening to a court cam video that was very entertaining. So I'm getting busy. Alright, so I don't know if I will be talking throughout this whole 16-minute clip of cleaning and doing all the things. All I can say is that I'm definitely a weekend warrior, and I had a pretty long, rough week at work. I also went on vacation last week, and I'm telling you, having ADHD, when I go on a vacation with my family every year, I swear I need a vacation from that vacation. I think vacations are very hard on neurodivergent people like myself because, well, in this particular instance, we went to a beach lake in northern Wisconsin, and I don't know. I don't like getting sand in my chocha. I also really just don't like swimming. It's like I'm fine being wet, but then, the wetness dries my skin out. It must be a sensory thing. Who knows? But beaches are just not my cup of tea. It's really for my kids, and my kids had the wonderful opportunity of being with their first and second cousins, so that's always a plus. But since I was with my family, I'm glad I packed White Claw. Apparently I didn't need it that time, but you never know. I guess you always need it as a backup. So anywho, I have so much to do this weekend and just a very little drive to do it because I'm just feeling very drained. Fortunately, my 9-year-old son, Samuel, has been very helpful with chores this week. He's been more helpful this past week than he has his whole 9 years of life, and it's motivated by a Luigi starter Lego kit. He really is gung-ho about earning the $50 that he needs to buy it. I know he was really wanting it. He was really hoping there would be a Prime Day deal, but unfortunately it just wasn't a deal on the 16th or the 17th. And Samuel was even looking through my phone on eBay and really wanting to order a set there, but a lot of these discounted sets on eBay are missing pieces, which would definitely make him miffed. And, some of these sets are missing the Luigi piece, which is, the main character of the whole Lego model. So I just told him, I said, you are going to be sorely disappointed, son. But anyway, it's really wonderful to see him wanting to do chores. It's actually music to my ears, whether he's motivated by Legos or not. I definitely need the second pair of hands because I am a single, busy, working mom. And on top of that, I have ADHD. I have depression. So it just adds to all the barriers involved in just maintaining a clean place to live in. It does get very difficult at times. As you can see, that face I keep making is the I'm so disinterested in the task at hand, I feel depressed face. Maybe some of you watching this are wondering why, and here's why. Back in the day when I had this job that I was at for 6 entire years, and you can check it out I think it's in my pilot episode, but anyway, I would always say to my coworkers, do you ever feel so disinterested in the task at hand that you feel depressed? And the funny thing was, I actually did Google that very question, and ADHD came up in the Google search. So I thought that was quite ironic. But yeah, I just can't handle the mundane redundancy of doing dishes and all the things. I mean, granted, the alternative is just to live in filth, which I can't stand that either. But, it is what it is. For sure, I don't miss being completely depressed and living like a rat out of a New York dumpster, because prior to TMS, that was pretty much my life, where, well, it was just, it was bad. I'll tell you that much. It was bad. But, I still don't like to clean up every time I eat a meal. I think that I just like to wait until the dishes pile up. But not necessarily as bad as it was before I did TMS. I just, the whole wiping off the table every single time is not my cup of tea. Especially since I was raised in a home where if you don't put your dish in the dishwasher, you're in serious trouble. So maybe that's just where that aversion is from. But, it is what it is. I had actually lived with my parents when my divorce was still active, and all I know is one of my parents alleged that I don't wash my hands because I leave fingerprints on her washing machine. I seriously had a heart attack when this parent made that statement, because it never occurred to my parent that I need to touch the device so I can use it. And no, I am not gross. I do wash my hands, but, being raised by perfectionists like that is should give my viewers a good representation of why I am so I have such an aversion to cleaning in an excessive manner. The other piece is that I do get disorganized very quickly, and I reorganize to the exclusion of everything else. That is part of the course when you have ADHD. And a lot of times you have no recollection of how an item was misplaced, how it got there. Just overall task completion is such a nightmare. And a lot of neurotypical people, especially neurotypical family members, just really don't understand that, and they make such abrasive remarks about my disability, which is the heart of ableism. But, a lot of times I'll be working on 4 different tasks, and I won't even complete one of those tasks because I'll get distracted with another task while working on the whatever task it was I was trying to work on initially. So, there's just so many people in my family that just really don't understand that. And my view is you don't need to understand it, you just need to accept it. A big thing that I had, or a big source of contention that I had with my family when I was living with them during my divorce, is they would get so pissed off because I would leave my wet stuff in their washer overnight, and it was the end of the world for them. Here I was in the middle of a hardship, a major hardship. I dealt with divorce. I dealt with numerous job losses. And, the worst of their problems is someone left something in their washer. What I'm getting at is that it's very typical for someone, especially someone that has ADHD, to, leave something in the washer and forget about it. And then when I explained to my father that I got distracted, he pretty much mocked me. And that was probably the most ableistic remark that he made to me while living under their roof. But I digress. You really, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. And it's something that I just have to accept. And as you can see, I'm wiping down the Instapot lid, which I think they're better off being wiped versus submerged in the sink. But since I really wasn't taught anything about cooking or kitchen stuff, sometimes you just gotta make do with what you have. So as I've said before, I really don't know how frequently I'll be able to post content. I have more time this weekend because I don't have children with me, but I keep hearing that with YouTube, in order to be successful, consistency is key. Well, the problem is that with me being neurodivergent, I am extremely inconsistent. So, especially if it's, a hard week of what I had at work, and on top of that, just, coming back from vacation and then desperately needing a reset. So, I can't promise any of my viewers that I'll be posting daily. I think that it's a pipe dream at this point, but if I'm ever going to attract more viewers and get more engagement, something needs to be done. I just can't make any false promises at this time. Well, it looks like I got a lot of this crap washed up. I mean, after editing and looking at all the content, it's something else that it took me that long to clean out that sink. But by George, that sink needed it because it was just filthy. I'm trying to find my own mojo in life. I was raised by two people who scrub out their sink daily, I'm sure, which in my opinion is a bit excessive, but to wait a whole 3 weeks, I feel like that goes to the other extreme. So I can't say I need to find a happy medium, because when you have ADHD like myself, there is no happy medium. And also, I purchased a huge box of Target pods, and I didn't realize there was 92, so I have to put them in my smaller box so that I can store it in that kitchen cabinet. But after looking at that, I can just hear my family being like, you shouldn't space out when you do these pickup orders. Oh well, I guess I have enough coffee to last for the next 3 months, which Lord knows I need. So that works for me. And now for wiping off the surfaces. I really don't like wiping surfaces off on the daily. That is just, I don't know. That's just who I am. And honestly, if there are any YouTubers that are actually watching all of this, then I am absolutely flattered and honored. It's actually amazing that some YouTubers, I don't know if they're, a lot of them are family influencers that have dyeing channels, how they can make so much money, or at least when they started, just cleaning. Because I feel like this content was pretty boring to put together. I think it's kind of therapeutic to watch, though, if you're going through a depression rut. But I don't know. We're all different. We all are interested in different YouTube content, I guess. But hoping that you actually did like my cleaning vlog, and in the comments just tell me if you liked it, did you not like it, what you think. And yeah, I'm just hoping to hear from everybody soon. Toodaloo. Okay.